So, welcome. I'm super glad you get to join me. This is very nice. We're going to take a very, very gentle class to wind from the day so you can actually lie down and relax and be super comfortable. You can even pretend almost that you're in bed. So put your legs wherever you like. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Take a minute to really let go of all that feeling you have around the chest. And start connecting down towards the floor. I know often our minds are busy. And sometimes they're busy with happy thoughts, and sometimes they may not be happy. That doesn't matter at all right now. The only thing that matters is how you're feeling. So, we're going to replace all of those thoughts that are running through the mind with the beautiful sound of the waves. And you can start matching this with the breath. So as we inhale, we feel all of this nice, new, beautiful energy entering the body. As we exhale, we can feel that wave of energy leaving that we don't need anymore. And we allow the body, mind, and soul to really start merging through the breath. And as you soften the body, you start paying attention to all that inner wisdom that you carry, you're going to notice that the breath starts slowing down. And you start feeling that natural side of just being, settling into yourself. And start paying attention to have the highest quality breath as possible. So it's very normal to have a little pause at the top of the inhalation, and then at the bottom of the exhalation. And otherwise, allow the breath to be very fluid and smooth. Really, again, we're going to think about that quality of water and the waves washing through the body, allowing everything to soften down. And our true nature is to be very fluid. And we can go with the flow. That's why it feels so easy to go with the flow, because it's natural. To allow all that natural sense of being come back to ourselves. Really, we just forget it sometimes. It's always there. Now pay attention to where the breath is landing in your body. If you feel it moving through your chest, lower it down, and as you inhale, let the belly be free and inflate the belly like a big, big balloon. And as you exhale, let it come down, and then just pull softly in with your belly button towards the spine. So you're inhaling fully and completely, and then exhaling to your maximum. So your breath now should be very fluid, slow, and deep. And then we're going to move into our Ujjayi breath. So again, matching that wave that we're hearing coming in from the ocean, we're going to contract our larynx to make what's called in English the ocean sounding breath. And when we contract the larynx a tiny bit, the breath turns into the sound of waves. And we're lucky here on the side of the coast because we hear this. And actually when the brain starts registering the sound of the waves, technically we're no longer allowed or able to produce stress hormones. And endorphins start coming that help us feel blissful, and they help us move into a healing path. So I know sometimes it feels like we're exaggerating when we can hear our own breath, but it's doubles all of the effects of everything else we're doing in our class. Great. Now, our pranayama exercises, our breath exercises, really focus on moving the energy through our body. So we're going to start concentrating on that ball of energy that usually rests at the base of our spine, and bring it into a visual representation in your mind. So I often like to imagine a green ball of energy. And when you inhale, imagine that the breath pulls us up the front line of the body. So it's going to pass by your belly button, your heart, your nose, and up to the third eye. And when you exhale, imagine that ball of energy going down through the crown of the head and through the hollow column of the spine. Good. Inhale again. Feel that energy rising up as you connect to our upper levels. As we exhale, remember it's equally as important to be grounded. Some of us will have that desire to be free and flowing and fluid up in the air. And we have to remember also that it's equally as important to be grounded and safe and secure. Some people have the opposite feeling. They want to feel more grounded and they have a harder time coming up. So remember, this is part of our yin yang. There's not one without the other. And to have the true depth of both perspectives, you have to go far. So inhale again, raise up all of energy up, feel it building with momentum. And exhale, use it to ground yourself. And as we do this, we're going to include in breath retention. So inhale to a comfortable level and feel the energy go up to the third eye. As you hold the breath, feel the energy start vibrating around the eyebrows. As you exhale slowly, whenever you need to, let the energy come back down through the spine. And let that energy build around your tailbone as you hold the breath at the end of the exhalation. So you're going to continue doing this at your own pace. Inhaling to a comfortable level. Holding the breath for whatever amount of time feels good for you. Exhaling. Letting the breath go. Letting the energy come back down to ground you. And as you continue through this breath cycle, the energy grows and grows and grows. So at some point when you inhale, it's going to feel so big around your eyebrows. So you might see colors, you might feel a little bit dizzy. So we're going to allow the crown of the head to open and the energy to rise up through the head, towards the ceiling, up through the clouds, the sky, and to the center of the universe. As we exhale, all that energy from the universe comes back down through the crown of the head, and washes down through the spine, and we're going to imagine as we hold the breath that the tailbone opens and we create our own roots with the energy that digs down to the center of the earth. So now as we continue our breath cycle, we actually have all of the power from the universe down through the earth to combine with our own to create whatever we need to in this very moment. So, when you get to the upper level, your source, God, Allah, Spirit, whatever that word is for you, you can ask for whatever help you need. For example, you're having a hard time with your health, just tell them that you need help. And as you exhale, imagine the universe sending whatever it is you need for your health as energy down through the crown of the head. Imagine your brain absorbing each and every cell of that information. Imagine it traveling through the spine and out through your nervous system. And as you exhale, send all of that energy that's being cleansed, that's causing you bad health. Imagine sending it down to the center of the earth. And then remember all of that earth energy, all that abundant energy, it's going to help you as well. Ask it to absorb all that energy that you want to let go of. And imagine again that all of the energy coming up from the earth has been recycled. The earth is going to transform it into a positive energy. And again, inhale, bring it up through your body. Imagine all of your cells changing with that vibration. And again, when the energy comes up to the source, ask it for whatever it is. Maybe it's a family issue, finances, travel, school, whatever it is that you seek help for. Allow the universe to take care of you. Send it out, and again, feel that support you have from the ground under you as well. Allow your body to start vibrating with that new and healed energy, and feel it expand, getting bigger and bigger and bigger as the energy starts to expand outside of you. And you can even start asking for help for friends, families, villages, the world, whatever it is. Allow that energy to really circulate with all of that unlimited power that you hold. Very good. So after your next exhalation, come back to the big belly breathing. So again, inhale fully and completely, and exhale to your maximum. So we're going to hold on to that feeling of that beautiful breath. Keep contracting the throat slightly for the Ujjayi breathing. And we're going to start moving in coordination with our breath. So you can start bending your knees and placing your feet on the floor. If you need to, tuck your shoulders back and under. And then turn your palms up towards the sky if they're on the floor. Make sure your low back is comfortable too. Now bring your feet just slightly up off the mat so your knees are over your hips. And we're going to imagine the knees as a focal point, or you can even imagine it as a paintbrush, that the feet just dangle. And we're going to draw an infinity sign in the air with the knees. So you can start with very small movements. Work in coordination with the breath, moving very slowly and taking in all of the information that the low back is sending you. The body is so wise, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to be doing here. So if it feels appropriate, you can make the size bigger, you can play a little bit more with the angles, and take time to change the direction as well. Keep working through the low back if that's still tender. And you'll notice that the bigger the movement is, the higher up through the back will be stretched. Perfect. Bring your knees back to the center. Inhale, lift the feet up towards the sky. Exhale, point your heels up towards the sky. Inhale, just gonna flex and bend the heels or the ankles a few times to loosen the ankles. Perfect. And then take time to make a few circles with the ankles as well. And change directions. Perfect. Let your feet come back to the center. Make sure that your shoulders are still nice and relaxed. Press the belly button in towards the spine to activate your abdominal muscles. As you exhale, lower one leg down at a time or both legs down if you feel comfortable. Great. Perfect. If it's more comfortable for you, feel free to bend your knees and bring your feet to the floor. If you're comfortable with your legs extended, that's fine as well. Then inhale, lift your right leg up and hold on to the ankle or calf. If that's too intense for you, take your strap and place it around the ball of your foot, and you can hold on to the strap with both hands so that your shoulders can relax. Remember, we're taking out all the stresses of the day. There's no need to have any stress in the body. Good. Now inhale, straighten your knee and press the heel up towards the sky so you feel a stretch in the hamstring. If you can't straighten your knee, lower your leg down a little bit. Good. Now every time we inhale, we're going to straighten the knee and stretch the heel up towards the sky. And if you feel like your leg is relaxed enough, inhale and pull slightly in. It might be a millimeter or a centimeter. Just do whatever feels good in the back of the leg. So we leave a lot of stress in the low back. So it's always the same repetition. Inhale, straighten the leg, and then exhale, pull back slightly. And as we concentrate in on our asana, notice what signals this is sending into your body. And if you listen in, you'll notice if you need to shift a little bit in the angle, it's better if you pull in, or maybe even let go. You want to keep the leg so that the muscle feels flexible. Once it contracts, it doesn't have the same ability to move forward. So we're going to let it go very naturally. Again, one more time. Inhale, straighten your knee. Exhale, pull back slightly on the leg and just notice that stretch in the hamstring. We always want to work on the limit, so she should feel a stretch but no pain. Excellent. So now you can move your strap over to the right hand, or if you're feeling comfortable, reach up and grab the big toe with the first two fingers of your right hand. Press your left hip down towards the floor. And as you exhale, slowly open your right leg to the right, keeping that left hip grounded. Just go down until you feel a tiny stretch in your inner thigh. So the muscular contraction here is on the left side, so we can allow the right side to be completely flexible and released. Now, allow all of the weight to go into your arm. If it's comfortable, you can place your elbow on the ground to take the weight of your leg. And just start paying attention to how the gravity, all that abundance in the world that we were talking about, the earth energy, how it helps you to open the body by feeling grounded and secure. So if you allow the inner thigh to completely relax, the earth is going to help you bring it down slowly without any type of force. Excellent. Inhale, bring the leg back to the center. And again, hold on to the strap with both hands, or hold on to your ankle or calf with both hands. Whatever's most comfortable. Good. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, pull back slightly again. So this time, we're going to make a little movement with this to see which part of the hamstring has the most tension. So as you exhale, rock your leg about 5 or 10 centimeters towards the right. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, go a little bit towards the left. Inhale, back to center. So we're going to do this a few times. Again, paying attention to all of those signals that your body is telling you. Now, once you find the angle that has the most tension, hold your legs steady in that angle. Good. Now, inhale, straighten your knee and press up through your heel. Make sure you're working at your limit so you feel the stretch, but it's not painful. Now, when you feel it's appropriate, as you exhale, pull the leg in another tiny bit, just to keep the same sensation you have in the beginning of the stretch, so you still feel that you're working on the limit. So again, it's not painful at all. You're just thinking of allowing all the tension to leave the leg and for it to become more fluid and flexible. Excellent. Now as you exhale, you can bend your knee and put your strap to the floor, and then interlace your fingers over your right knee. Good. Relax your shoulders. Tuck them down again if you need to. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, pull back on the right knee. So again, it should be nice and comfortable. If it's comfortable for you to have your left leg extended on the ground, flex your left foot, and then press your left leg down towards the floor. If that's uncomfortable in your low back, keep the knee bent. Good. At the same time, we're going to strengthen through the arms, and then press the knee, the right knee, slightly up towards the hands. So it just has to be enough that you feel your hip muscles engage. And what we want to do is imagine that the right knee and the left heel are stretching away from one another, so that we activate our psoas, so that runs down the front of the abdominals into the legs. Take a few more deep breaths, and remember, work at a very nice feeling for you so that it's not hard to hold the posture for a few breaths. Excellent. So now you can release all of the muscular work you're doing. Keep your left hand on the right knee, and then stretch your right arm out to the side. We're going to go into a rocking twist. So inhale, and then exhale, swing the right knee to where it feels good on the left. Inhale, back to center. So we're going to rock it back and forth several times. And pay attention now to what's happening in the spine. Does it feel better if the knee is further away from the belly or higher up towards the chest? Just start hearing what the spine is telling you right now through the movement. And really place the knee so that you heal your own back. Yoga is universal knowledge for everyone to be their own healer. Sometimes we just need a little bit of guidance. Good. Now as you exhale, swing the knee over the complete way towards the left. If it's ever a block for you, feel free to support your right knee with a pillow. Now, again, swing your right knee up or bring it up further towards the chest. Just slide it up and down so maybe your foot is touching the ground and you're just sliding the knee to see what area of the back you want to work with in this very moment. Once you have that perfect angle for your knee, relax. Let it go. So really think about letting the hips melt down towards the floor. Relax everything through the thoracic chest. Allow your shoulders to release. And all you have to do is breathe deeply. So inhale and focus on what happens on the right side of your chest and shoulder. So when that happens and you inhale deeply, you might feel that your right shoulder is even so inflated it comes up off the floor. Exhale, let everything sink down. Feel the gravity actually pull your body down to support it. Then inhale, stretch out from your diaphragm so even the muscles from the inside out are stretching. And the only thing that you have to do is really work with your breath. Your body's completely and totally relaxed to allow the healing to happen. Just take note of where you feel those areas of tension and really focus on releasing it with your mind, with the breath. So tell yourself, okay, for example, I have a little bit of pain in the right shoulder. Exhale, let it drop down a little bit more. Your cells have memories. You can instruct them what to do. Perfect. On your next exhalation, unwind nice and slowly, coming back onto the back. Take a moment to recenter yourself. If it's comfortable, extend your legs down on the floor. Not keep your knees bent. Move your hips if you need to. Tuck the shoulders away from the ears. Your hands are down on the ground, turn your palms up. Close your eyes and take a moment just to journey through the inside of your body. And notice right now what is happening on the right side of the body compared to the left. So we've been working to activate, especially right now, the right side of the body. Sometimes we have the feeling that it's sunk down lower towards the ground. Sometimes we feel that vibration, that tingling, that circulation that's activating. Just notice what signals it's telling you. Because also, it's important to realize if you worked at the right level for you at this moment. So the body's able to tell you if you went too far or not enough. Good. Now we're going to begin with the other side. So if you need to bend the right knee, or you can keep that right leg extended. And then inhale with the left leg up towards the sky. And feel free to use your strap around the ball of the foot or hold onto your ankle or calf with the two hands. Good. Remember, our whole goal here is to feel good in our bodies. So feel that luxury of health coming back. Take a moment here to straighten the knee. If you need to, feel free to lower the leg away from the body. It's more important that the knee is straight and it's closer. Press the heel up towards the sky. And then if it feels appropriate, exhale and pull back on the leg. Just until you feel that nice stretch the one that feels really good in the hamstring. And then just work slowly with that cycle of breathing. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Inhale, press the heel up towards the sky. Straighten the heel. Exhale, pull back slowly. Good. Keep working little by little. It's those micro movements that really help change, especially ligaments and tendons. You have to think of all the connective tissue in the body, not just the muscles. So again, inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, pull back slightly. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. You're not putting any extra tension in. Good. One last time. Inhale, straighten the knee, press the heel up. Exhale, pull back. Perfect. Now, hold the strap with your left hand, or you can reach up and bind the big toe with the first two fingers of your left hand. Relax your right hand down on the ground, and press your right hip bone down towards the floor. As you exhale, slowly open the left leg to the left, keeping that right hip in contact with the floor. So again, as we keep that solid feeling with the right side, the left side's able to totally and completely release. Remind yourself to relax your inner thigh. Your muscles respond to your thoughts. So sometimes it's a mental contraction that we do without even realizing what's happening. So then let it go. Those are patterns that we learned a long time ago sometimes to protect ourselves either from stress or injury. And we're not there anymore. It's a different day. Good. As you feel the gravity, relaxing the leg, let come down a little bit more if that's appropriate. And then on your next inhalation, bring the leg back to center. Place a strap in both hands or hold onto your ankle or calf with your hands. Good. Inhale, straighten your leg, press the heel up towards the sky, and then just pull back slightly until you have a nice stretch in the hamstring. And again, we're going to rock the legs slowly back and forth to pay attention to the signals the hamstring is telling us. So notice where you're holding your tension. And when you find an angle that wants a little bit more love, hold it steady there. And again, inhale, straighten the leg, press the heel up. We're going to hold the leg in this angle as we work out all of those imbalances. So remind your leg that you know exactly what it needs because you're going to listen to it. You're going to listen to maybe if you've had poor posture, whatever you need to let go of, what that pulling is. Again, just work slowly with the breath. Exhaling, pulling in again on the same angle. Inhaling, straightening the knee, pressing the heel up. Exhaling, pulling. Good. Exhale, bend the knee. Sorry, we're going to bring the leg back to center, and then you can bend the leg at the knee and interlace the fingers over the knee. Excellent. We're going to go back into our wind-relieving posture. Make sure your shoulders are nice and centered and comfortable on the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull down on the knee. If your right leg is extended on the floor, press out through the heel, and then press the right thigh down towards the earth. Good. Now, keeping your arms strong, again, we're going to press the left knee up towards the hand. Maybe you need to use about half of your strength, nothing that pulls too much. And then think about stretching that left knee away from the right heel. We're going to create that nice shift so the bones, even our hips, are able to shift into alignment. Good. Take a few more deep breaths. And as you inhale, notice your belly reaching up to touch your thigh. As you exhale, if it's more comfortable, you can bring your knee a little bit more towards your chest even. Make sure that your right foot is still flexed. You're pressing your thigh down towards the ground. Good. Exhale, release all that muscular work. Keep your right hand on your left knee. Stretch your left arm out towards the side. We're going to start a rocking twist. So exhale, swing that right knee towards, or the left knee towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale again, swing the knee towards the right. Inhale, back to center. So remember, you are your own therapist in the yoga class. Notice what angle is causing you the most tension, because that's the one that needs the most attention. And we know exactly what needs to be done when you listen in to the body's power to heal. So if you need to shift the knee up or down to work on a different angle, see what it feels like if it comes further towards the floor or not. And just pay attention to what your spine really needs. Good. On your next exhalation, swing it towards the right. And turn the head gently towards the left. Excellent. Now, find the angle that you need in this moment by bringing your knee maybe a little bit up, a little bit down. And when you have that perfect aha space, just relax your hips. Feel free if you want to put a block or a cushion under your knee if that feels better. Turn your head slightly towards the left. Relax your left shoulder. And inhale deeply. So when you inhale, let your rib cage and your shoulder reach up towards the sky, just from the power of the breath. And exhale it, melt down towards the floor. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale it and melt down. Notice how the breath is stretching out the body and what exactly is happening in your skeleton. Take in all of that information. It's not negative, it's not positive. It's just so that you know exactly what's going to help you the most. Perfect. Exhale, unwind slowly, bring your legs back down to the floor. Bend your knees or not, whatever feels better. Shift your palms up towards the sky. Tuck your shoulder blades under. And again, just take a moment to scan through the body. Noticing now if the two sides of the body feel balanced. If maybe there's tensions that are still remaining. And if there are, just keep that in mind so you know what will help you the most. Now slowly again, bend your knees. Tuck your tailbone under if you need to. And then bend your knees even further in towards your rib cage. And you can either hold on to the sides of the feet for happy baby pose, or place your hands behind your knees if that's more comfortable for you. Good. If it feels good, rock a little bit side to side. Massaging any tension out of the hips and spine. And it's happy baby because it's really a fun pose that feels good in the body. You can imagine a smiling baby. Perfect. Allow yourself to slow back to center. And then cross your ankles and then recross your hands so you're still holding onto the blades of your feet. For a moment, just squeeze the feet in a little bit towards your body. Just notice how that feels through your knees and your hips. Excellent. Now we're going to start rocking the opposite direction from tailbone to the crown of the head. So start with the mid-back and just roll a couple of centimeters so you're massaging the spine. Feeling each and every vertebrae rock into its in the more natural position. And use the momentum to rock up a little bit more as it moves. Whenever you're able to, you can come up to a seated pose. So, seated looks different for many people. If you want to, feel free to set a block or a cushion. Then take the thigh and rotate it outwards so you feel the sits bones stable. Allow your shoulders to melt down away from your ears. Press the shoulder blades just slightly together so the heart can rise. Make sure your head feels centered and then stretch the crown of the head slightly up towards the sky. Very good. On your next exhalation, we're going to allow the chin to drop down towards the chest. Naturally, so there's no pushing or pulling. And we're going to allow all of those neck muscles to soften. I sometimes wonder with the design of the neck to carry this heavy head. And so often we're carrying lots of tension. Just notice if it's maybe at the crown, at the bottom of the base of the head, around the shoulder blades, maybe it's one side or the other. Soften the neck and each exhalation allow the chin to come down a little bit more. You can imagine even like the spine as a bungee cord, and as it opens because of the weight of the head, you feel little spaces being created and the tension leaving. We're going to start doing little half circles as well. So inhale and roll your chin up towards one shoulder. Exhale, bring your chin down towards the heart. Inhale towards the other shoulder. And again, round it back and through the other shoulder. Notice all those little sounds that the neck might be making. Again, all the angles that are affected. If it's comfortable, bring that half circle into a full circle, keeping the shoulders very low as you rotate the head around. And coordinate the movement with the breath so you're working slowly to release the tension. Good. Change directions. Perfect. Bring your head back to the center. And then we're going to change the crossing of our legs. Always put it usually with the dominant side under, so we're going to cross it the other way. And then we're going to allow the hands to walk forward, softening the neck, the shoulders, and the elbows. And just coming down to wherever you have a natural stop. So again, as you listen into what the body's telling you, it's going to tell you exactly how far down to go. And then really allow it to rest. Release all of the muscular tension you're holding on to. The only thing you really need to do is to breathe deeply. So inhale, feel the belly inflate like a big, big balloon. Exhale, let your body sink down again. And we're letting all of those tensions that we've developed just be absorbed by the earth as it recycles all of the energy into something positive. Good. On your next inhalation, slowly start rolling your back up. So you can imagine stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. So you come back to a nice straight spine. And you can bring the shoulders back and down, bring the hands back behind the body. Look up towards the sky. If it's more comfortable, you can go up on your fingertips as well. Now press your shoulder blades together. If it's comfortable, you can let your head dangle back. Press your tailbone down towards the earth as well. And if it's comfortable, even press forward a little bit with the belly. So again, we want to work just to feel a stretch and an opening, and enough that we're also relaxed to hold it for several breaths so that the body really has time to take in the change. Good. place it on the right ear, and then let the left ear sink towards the left shoulder. So you're going to find a stretch on the right side of the neck. So kind of like what we were doing with the leg, we're going to move the chin around to find a perfect stretch on the side of the right neck. Good. Once you find that stretch, just allow the left ear to sink a little bit more towards the left shoulder. If you feel like you want to go a little bit further in the stretch, imagine stretching the crown of the head and the outside of the right shoulder away from one another so you lengthen through the neck muscles. If you want to lengthen a little bit more, even imagine pressing that right shoulder further down towards the earth. Good. Keep breathing deeply and feel the breath stretch the inner tissues. Notice how easy it is to come back to lowness naturally. Perfect. Inhale, reach the head and the hand up towards the sky. As you exhale, slide your right hand a little bit away from your right hip. Soften your right elbow and allow your body to come down towards the right in crescent moon. So we're going to keep both sits bones grounded and then reach the heart up a little bit. Good. Rotate your left side slightly backwards. Relax your neck. Good. See how that feels in your body. And if you want to stretch a little bit more, stretch that left hand further out towards the right. You might feel the stretch the whole way down into the hip now. Inhale, feel the stretch to the left rib cage. On the exhalation, if your body allows you, come further down towards the floor. Remember, we're working naturally with the body. Excellent. Inhale, come back up towards the center. And then as you exhale, place your left hand between the shoulder blades. Reach your right hand up to the elbow, and then stretch your elbow backwards to wherever that feels good. And now, soften your shoulders. You probably reach them up towards the ears. Let the shoulder blades slide down towards the hips. Don't worry, sometimes we lose circulation in the left hand when we do this and come back right away. So again, whenever it feels okay, see if you can just press that left elbow back. Tiny, tiny bit. Excellent. Exhale, let the arms come down. We're going to take the time to do a few big circles. Inhaling up and around, exhaling down and around. And change directions. Good. Bring the hands down. Other side. Inhale, reach the right hand up. Exhale, place it on the left ear. And then let the right ear come down towards the right shoulder. So the stretch will be on the left side of the neck. Excellent. Again, take time to really make sure that you're working with your own body. So when I practice yoga, I'm always thinking about what it feels like when I get a massage. So you're trying to recreate this in your own body. So you want to feel all of those little spots of tension and just work them out through the stretch. Now remember, you can stretch the crown of the head and the left shoulder away from one another to lengthen the neck muscles. And if it feels good too, you can press the left shoulder down towards the floor to really lengthen them even more. So again, sometimes we hear the instructions. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's for us at that very moment. Do what feels great for you. Perfect. Inhale, reach the head and hand back up. So we're going to exhale and slide the left hand away from the hip. Soften the left elbow. And then exhale, let the body come down towards the left side of our crescent moon. Good. So, often if we're right-handed, the right side of the body is tighter. So a lot of us won't come down time to lift your heart up and rotate the right shoulder back a little bit. Good. Relax your neck. See what it feels like if you stretch your right hand further out towards the left. If it feels good, you can stay. If not, let it soften. Inhale, stretch out through the right rib cage. Feel the power of the breath change the body. Excellent. If you feel like it, allow the body to sink with the gravity. Good. Inhale, come back up to center. Place the right hand between the shoulder blades and then reach up with the left hand to stretch the right elbow backwards. Excellent. Soften your shoulders. Let the shoulder blades slide down the back. And again, just take note. How does the shoulder feel compared to the other? Should you maybe stretch back more, stretch back less? What do you need? Excellent. Again, don't worry at all if the circulation goes for a moment. Good. And the next exhalation, the hands come down to the knees. And inhale, shrug your shoulders tight, tight, tight against the ears. Exhale, let them drop down. Inhale, stretch up towards the shoulders, ears. Exhale, let them drop down. One more time, squeeze the shoulders tight, 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 tight. And exhale to release. Excellent. So we're going to move up onto our knees and hands for a moment. If anyone has sensitive wrists, feel free to make fists come up there. If not, you can stay with your palms on the ground and the wrists aligned under the shoulders. Bring your index fingers parallel and stretch the rest of the fingers out from there. And then rotate your arm bones inwards. It's the crease of the elbows facing forward. Your knees should be slightly open. Then exhale, roll the back up towards the sky. Drop the tailbone and the head down. Then inhale, let the belly fill as it comes down towards the earth and to the tailbone and the crown of the head. So we're going to keep doing this for a few rotations, extending through the spine, letting it to open and close naturally. Perfect. Come back to your center. Now we're going to walk our hands the whole way over towards the left. Keep your hips up over your knees. And you'll find at some point you won't be able to walk your hands anymore. That's perfect. Just stay there. And look back at your left hip. If it feels good, you can also press your hips a little bit towards the left. So take a few deep breaths as we allow the right side to stretch out. And notice where you're feeling the stretch as well. Very good. Walk the hands back to the center. And then keep walking them fully towards the right. Look back towards the right hips. And then press the hips slightly towards the right as well if that feels good. Try to keep the knees and the hips more or less aligned. Keep taking deep breaths in and out. Perfect. And back to your center. This time we're going to balance on our left hand. Lift the right hand up and we're going to place it between the arm and the hand. It keeps stretching, stretching, stretching until the right ear comes down to the floor. Once your ear is on the floor, place your left hand on top of the right. Now, if you like, you can stay right here if that's enough of a twist for you. If you'd like to go a little bit further into the twist, watch your left thumb and inhale, lift the left arm up. Again, think about what angle your back needs at this very moment. Now, stretch out all of the fingers in the left hand and stretch the left hand up towards the sky so you feel the opening in the left shoulder joint. Keep taking a few deep, deep, deep breaths. Excellent. Exhale, let that left hand come down towards the right. And then inhale, you can come back up onto all fours. Very good. Other side. Inhale, lift your left hand up. Slide it all the way towards the right until the left ear comes down to the ground. And then place your right hand on top of the left. So again, feel comfortable and free to stay just like this if this is helping you at this moment. Or if you want to go a little further, brush your right palm as you inhale and lift the arm up towards the sky. And again, notice if one side is easier to lift up than the other, if you're feeling any particular tensions, and remind yourself to soften that area. Spread the fingers in the right hand and stretch the arm up towards the sky as well. Good. Keep breathing. On your next exhalation, bring the right hand down to the left. And then come back up onto all fours. And then we're going to come right up onto our knees. If you like, fold your mat a couple of times if your knees are sensitive on the ground. Just open your knees a little bit so they're under your hips. Soften your shoulders so that your hands just dangle down your sides. Good. So we're going to turn our right hand open towards the side. And inhale, stretch it up towards the sky, enough that it actually lifts through the rib cage. And as you exhale, slide your left hand down your left thigh, coming into a kneeling crescent moon. So allow your neck to relax. Rotate your right shoulder a little bit backwards if you feel like you're rolling forwards. And notice what's happening through the right side of the body. Take those deep, deep breaths. Good. So we're going to play a little bit with the angle. So bring your left hand back to your left heel. If you like, tuck your toes under to lift the heel up a little bit more, and that makes the posture a little bit easier. Press your hip bones forward. And then we're going to make some big floppy circles with the right arm. Inhaling up and around. Exhaling down and around. And just feel like you're tracing the mobility in your shoulder. It doesn't really have to be controlled. And then change directions. Keep pressing the hips slightly forward. Excellent. Let the right arm come down. Press the belly button in. And then come back to center. Soften your shoulders again. Good. Rotate the left hand out. Inhale, reach up towards the sky so you do feel that lifting in through the rib cage. And then exhale, slide the right hand down the right thigh. Good. Come down to wherever it feels comfortable. And again, notice the difference in the angle. So this time we're coming straight down. Don't have to hold on to the heel quite yet. Let your neck soften. Good. Rotate your left shoulder a little bit backwards if it needs to. Feel all of the elasticity coming back into your body. So try not to go down too far to let it contract. Have that feeling of ecstasy come in. Good. Now we're going to slide the right hand back to the right heel. Press the hips forward. Relax the neck and do some big floppy circles with that left arm. Coordinating it again with the breath. So you're inhaling up and around. Exhaling down and around. And then change directions. Perfect. Now, if it feels comfortable for you, swing the left hand to the left heel, or you can place your hands on your low back. Press the hips a little bit forward and look up. So whatever feels better. Squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit together. Take a couple of deep, deep breaths here. Excellent. Now everyone place their hands on their low back. Lift the head up. And we're going to go directly into child's pose. So bring the arms forward, let the hips rest back. If it feels good, wiggle a little bit side to side. Notice how much longer everything feels right now. Perfect. Now, press your belly button in towards the spine. And slowly inhale to come to a seated position. If you're not comfortable sitting on your heels, feel free to extend your legs forward. Sometimes our knees are a little bit sensitive. Then we're going to interlace our hands behind our back. Straighten the elbows, press the heart forward. Exhale, slowly bring the forehead down to the mat. Once the forehead is down, pay attention and relax the hips as well. Try to squeeze your palms together. Now slide your shoulder blades away from your ears, and then inhale and lift your hands up a little bit from the back. So you're going to repeat this a few times. So every time we inhale, we stretch the shoulders back, and each time we exhale, we lift the hands up a little bit. So you should have the same feeling for the whole posture, and you'll notice your hands slowly lifting away from the back. Very good. Exhale, release the hands down by your feet. Wiggle your fingers and make fists to make sure the circulation comes back. Excellent. Press your belly button in towards the spine. And inhale, roll up. One vertebrae at a time. You need to shake out your shoulders a little bit. And we get to do that one more time. So bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, straighten the elbows to lift the heart. The belly button presses in towards the spine as you exhale, slowly lean forward, bring your forehead back down to the mat. Relax your low body. Press the shoulders away from the ears, and inhale, lift the hands up towards the head. And this time we're going to try to make circles with the hands. So we're kind of exhaling down and around, inhaling up and around. And don't worry if it really makes a hexagon or a diamond, whatever it makes is fine. Just trace the mobility. And you'll notice that with repetition, it will grow and expand. Change directions. Perfect. Exhale, let your hands come down to the floor. Wiggle your fingers, make fists, whatever feels the best. Excellent. Now extend your arms forward. Make sure that your hands are about shoulder distance apart. The index fingers are pointing, are parallel, I should say. Then we're going to tuck the toes under. And exhale, straighten the knees to raise the hips up for a down dog. Good. Walk your heels out one at a time with the breath. So you can exhale down one and inhale the other. Which feels good. You're going to rock the hip with the movement. Excellent. Come back to center. Let the heels sink down towards the floor. Turn the tailbone up, press the belly button in, and again, let the shoulders slide away from the ears. Very good. On your next exhalation, inhale, raise the right leg up, bend the leg at the knee, and then exhale, swing the knee down between the two hands for pigeon pose. Excellent. So, we're going to balance our weight so that the equal amount of weight is in both legs. If you need to, feel free to take a block to support your right hip if you have maybe a tighter constitution. And then bring your forearms down to the floor. Now again, you can wiggle side to side to make sure that you're feeling balanced. And then ask yourself how your right hip is feeling. If this is too intense for you, take your right foot and slide it under the left thigh. That will take a lot of pressure off. If it's not tight enough for you, you're not feeling enough of a stretch, you bring the right foot forward to a maximum of a 90-degree angle with the knee. Never go past that until you hurt the ligaments in the knee. So again, you are your own healer. Ask yourself, what is the perfect angle to help your hip tonight? And then soften. So we contract the hips. We use our hips so much. We're constantly being solicited to work and walk and do everything. And they can hold and take a lot of tension. And then there's all the emotional stresses that can come with the hips as well. So right now, with your mind, remind yourself to relax the hip. Feel the gravity. Know that you're supported. Remind your body that this is safe to do. And I don't know if you remember doing this when you were younger or at another spot where it felt so delicious to go into this posture. Remind your body what that feels like. And let that feeling come back. So we all want to have joy and bliss, harmony in the body. And a lot of times it's just remembering who we really are and letting all of those old layers of tension and stress be released. We don't really have to learn anything new. We sometimes just have to forget. Excellent. Now we're going to walk our hands in towards our legs. Keep the hands about shoulder distance apart. Index fingers parallel. Tuck your left toes under and then step back for down dog. Take time to walk your heels one at a time. Your hips will feel much more comfortable once you get a little bit of movement in there. Very good. So again, let the heels sink down towards the floor. Turn your tailbone up. Press the belly button in. And then slide the shoulders down away from the ears. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the leg at the knee. And then exhale, swing the knee down between the two hands for pigeon. So notice, first and foremost, which hip maybe is more flexible. Sometimes we have one that's much easier to deal with. And if you need your block to support this one, feel free. Come down onto your forearms. And then again, check to see if the equal amount of weight is in both legs. Relax your hips. And then notice if you need to adjust your left foot. So again, if you need to take some tension off, slide it down under the right thigh. If you need a little bit of extra stretch, wiggle the foot up a little bit. Again, never surpassing the 90 degrees with the knees. Good. Relax your elbows, relax your shoulders. You can even put your forehead down on your mat if you like. Take it easy. We're going to let go of all of that stress, all of that work, all of the tensions. And when you exhale, let it sink down towards the floor as you release more and more and more. We don't need all of those tensions. There's better ways to work with the body and heal it. Ask yourself if it reminds you of anything. Sometimes that's a great epiphany to have as well. Excellent. So we're going to walk our hands back towards our legs. Keeping the hands about shoulder distance apart. Index fingers parallel, the rest of the fingers spread out. Tuck the right toes under. And then step back one more time. hips feel more comfortable, so you can rock the hips side to side as well. Great. Let the heels sink down towards the floor. Turn your tailbone up. Slide your shoulders away from the ears. Press the belly button in. On your next exhalation, bend the knees and the elbows. Let your toes rest too. And place your forehead on the mat. So, pretend you're a little kid and inhale and let's slither forward into cobra. Just a baby cobra to start with. So you don't have to place any weight in your hands. You're just holding yourself up through the abdominal muscles. Make sure that your feet are relaxed on the floor. Shoulders rotate back and down. And then take time to stretch up with the crown of the head. And just look forward. Excellent. Exhale, come down towards the ground. Inhale, lift the feet up. And then swish the feet side to side like the windshield wipers of a car. You can let the forehead rest down so you don't have to support the neck. Good. Bring your feet back to center and then exhale. Bring your feet down to the floor. Great. Rotate the shoulders back and down. Press the elbows in towards the side. Belly button in. Inhale. We're going to bridge up for cobra again. This time you can put a little bit of weight into the hands and then relax your buttocks. Make sure your feet are relaxed on the floor. Excellent. Press the shoulder blades together. You're going to feel it lengthening through the crown of the head. On your next exhalation, twist and then open the right shoulder. Take a few deep breaths. Good. Come back to center. And then on your next exhalation, look over towards the left. And let the right shoulder come forward if that feels good. Then loosen all the muscles in the hips. Excellent. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale to let the forehead come back down to the floor. Inhale, keeping your knees bent, lift the feet up. And we're going to just switch them side to side. Again, loosening the low back. Very good. Bring the feet back to center and then exhale the feet back down to the floor. And we're going to do a third and final cobra. So bring the shoulders back and down, press the elbows in, belly button in. Inhale, come up for cobra. If it feels comfortable, place a little bit more weight into the hands. Your back feels more flexible. This time we're going to rotate our cobra. It's an option. You don't have to do it if it doesn't feel comfortable. But then you exhale the head down and around. Inhale, up and over. You can stay in that stable cobra if that feels better. If you're doing the rotation, just explore the mobility. Good. Change directions. Great. Come back to your center. And then exhale, slowly come down. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Bend the legs and knees. Lift the feet up. And then switch the feet side to side. Perfect. Bring your feet back up. And then exhale, bring your feet to the floor. You can let your arms hang down by the sides. Good. Loosen the shoulders. Again, just notice how you're feeling right now. And then extend the right arm forward. Bend your left knee. You're going to hold on to the left foot or the left ankle with your left hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Press your foot backwards. So coming into a half bow pose. And it's the work in the leg that pulls the arm back. It's not the arm that pulls the foot forward. Keep breathing deeply. Excellent. Exhale, release. Press the heel into the center of the buttock. And then press the left thigh down towards the floor if you need an extra stretch. So you should feel a stretch in the quadricep. Very good. Relax the thigh And then slide your left foot over just a little bit towards the outside of the hip. And one more time, we're just going to press the foot slightly down towards the floor. And notice the feeling around the sacrum. Really thinking about releasing all the ligaments around the hip area. Very good. Exhale, release. Let the foot come back down. Now, slide your left arm forward. Bend the right knee. Hold on to the right foot or the right ankle with your hand. Inhale. Exhale. Press your right foot back into your right hand. Let the body lift up on the right side. Great. Keep kicking backwards. Very good. Exhale, release down. And then press the heel into the center of the buttock. If you do the extra stretch, press the right thigh down as well. Keep taking deep breaths. Great. Now loosen all the muscles in the thigh and then slide the right heel to the outside of the right hip. And then again, you can just press down slightly on the foot, being very gentle with your knee in the area of the sacrum as well. So we're always looking for that very tiny stretch and never pain. Good. Now we're going to bring that foot back to the center, keep holding on to the ankle or foot. And we're going to reach back for the left foot as well. Perfect. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press both feet back into both hands. So lifting up into the bow posture. And breathe. Very good. Exhale, release. Let the forehead come down, let the feet come down, let the arms come down. You take a moment to let the whole body sync with the gravity. Take a moment to notice what is happening. How you're feeling. Open up the arms slightly from the body and turn your head so your right ear is on the floor. Good. On your next inhalation, lift up your whole left leg and then twist it over the right side of the body. So you're just going to twist it to wherever it feels right for you. Some people might have the leg back with the foot on the floor. Some people the foot might be dangling in the air. It's all good as long as it feels good in your body. Now soften your hip, soften the low back. And notice that little squeeze you're feeling in the spine. If it feels right, wiggle the foot back a little bit more. Excellent. Now you can stay just like that. Or if you like, you can draw big circles in the air with the right leg. So be inhaling up and around, exhaling back down and around. So again, when you exhale back down and around, you do feel a little squeeze in the spine. And if you choose to do the circle, remember to always work at your comfort level. So you want to feel, again, like you're just drawing the mobility that you have easily. Change directions. Good. Bring that left foot back and wiggle it back behind you and you twist. And allow the hip to soften one more time. And just notice if that feels different in the first time you twist the right back. Excellent. Your next exhalation, unwind onto your stomach. Great. Turn your head to your left, ears on the ground. Open your arms up a little bit from your body. Inhale, lift the right leg up. And then exhale to twist over the left side of the body. Let the hip relax. The ribs relax. The shoulders. Just bring it back to wherever it feels healing for you. And again, you can just let the body stay soft and relaxed here, or you can choose to do circles if that feels better. If you want to, inhale, bring the leg up and around. Exhale, back down and around. Feel all of the tissues stretching and releasing tension. And then change directions. Good. Bring your left foot back. Wiggle it back as much as you can. Again, soften the hip. And notice if it feels different now than the first time you stretched it back. Ask yourself if you're working at the right angle for you. As you exhale, unwind slowly. And then roll onto your back. Feel how long all the tissues are getting in your body. Tuck our shoulder blades back and under. Bend the legs at the knees. And walk the feet in towards the hips so we can prepare for bridge pose. Bend the arms at the elbows. And then walk the elbows very tight in by the sides. Spread your toes on the floor. On your next inhalation, press with your heels to lift the hips up. And then interlace the fingers under the back. Walk your shoulders in. Press your feet to the ground. And lift into the bridge. Very good. Now keep holding the hips up. And you can stay stable. Or if you choose, you can go into a circular movement with the hips as well. But you can exhale the hips down and around. Inhale, up and around. You'll feel that beautiful movement through the chest and the shoulders. We're going to change directions. Excellent. Press the feet to the floor and lift the hips up nice and high. Release the hands. Open the shoulders. And then exhale down one vertebrae at a time. Excellent. Once your hips come down to the floor, bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug them tighter, just place your hands on your knees and rock side to side. Very good. Come back to your center. And then extend your arms out into a T posture on the ground. Inhale. And then exhale, let your knees come down to the right side, nice and slowly on the floor. Turn your head gently to the left. And one more time, I want you to think about all of those feelings that you've been discovering through the class, and place your knees so that they're angled to the perfect position for your back. Soften your knees. Soften your face. Relax your shoulders. Again, all you have to do is breathe deeply. And notice, as you inhale, the left side of the lips will reach up towards the sky. As you exhale, it sinks back down to the floor. Keep taking those deep breaths in and out.